A central theme for philosophy is the relationship between philosophy and logic. And there is a fairly widespread opinion about logic as the basis of philosophy, as the logical core of philosophy. But how could logic in such a case stand out as a separate scientific discipline that has broken away from the tree of philosophy? With other words, how could the former become the succeeding? The only logical explanation that could overcome this contradiction is that philosophy too must be a scientific discipline, not qualitatively different from other scientific disciplines. Only in this case philosophy is governed by logic, being independent and even legislative in relation to philosophy. Before this idea was developed in the metaphysics of positivism, it was promoted by many major philosophers through history, including Aristotle, Kant, Husserl and Frege. Philosophy has always had an inherent desire to bind itself with the logical laws produced by philosophy itself. But what then remains of philosophy when following Laius it perishes from the descendant who has taken its place? Does logic turn into philosophy, or does it, like Oedipus, renounce the unfortunate fate that replaced it in wrongful place? Let's, however, leave this question for a while and turn to the basic of logic. The basis of logic, I should say. What is the logic of logic? And why is logic logical? If logic performs the function of the grammar of philosophy, then just as grammar is extracted from the fabric of living language, it is extracted from philosophy, being its language. Logic did not initially form the basis of philosophy, but reflects the structural formation of the latter. And having arisen, logic, once again like grammar, finds itself in a mutually determining relationship with the rest of philosophy, until it passes into a sphere of activity fenced off from philosophy in the form of a separate science. And breaking away from the realm of philosophy, logic can only repeat its own rules to prevent inconsistency of propositions, which reflects the state of affair in analytical philosophy, as we already analyzed in the series on metaphilosophy in the 7th session entitled Metaphysics and Analytic Philosophy. And in our next session of this series of Philosophy of Logic, we will delve further into the fate of emancipated logic.